Top of the day, family, top of the day, wherever you guys might be in the world. Good afternoon, good evening, and of course, top of the day. I'm here for another one, family. We're going to talk today a little bit about why I feel like African Americans or black people in general are so shocked and intrigued how amazing Kenya is. Right? This is just a little view of my yard. And before we get into it, please go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe to the platform. If you didn't know, I'm in Nairobi, Kenya, in a coastal region called Diani. This is where all the vibes is, if you ask me. 7-minute walk, 10-minute walk to the beach. We right here, family. We can smell the beach from where I'm at. I'm not gonna rub it in. I'm just saying, get a plane ticket, come on over. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe for your brother. I wanna say that I'm elated of the support that we are getting here in Kenya. The Kenyan people are amazing. They always dropping comments. They always liking the videos. And when I first arrived to Kenya, I want to say we was at like 1,200 subscribers. Now we are approaching 2,000, and we only been here going on 3 months, family. So shout out to the Kenyan community, the Kenyan family. So today I want to talk about the shocking and amazing reasons why I feel like we are attracted, African Americans are attracted to Kenya over 53 other countries that's here on the continent. Kenya has a very electric kind of energy to it. You have over 43 different tribes here. One that stand out to me particularly is the Maasai. Maasai, you will find Maasai people very tall, slender people, and they have intriguing wardrobes. You will find them draped in deep reds, royal, majestic blues, and draped in a lot of beautiful beaded jewelry. And yeah, so when you see the brothers and the sisters on the street walking around doing their thing, you gotta look. You gotta look, because it's just so beautiful. And not to mention the people of Kenya, the environment, family. I'm from the Virgin Islands, like I always say, and I'm used to beaches and palm trees and banana trees and exotic fruits everywhere. I'm used to that. But here in Kenya, it's 100x here. It's just more of it. It's dense here. You know what I mean? Just vibes, you know? So check this short clip out real quick.
For a variety of reasons. It is widely regarded as one of the most beautiful places on the planet, thanks to its breathtaking landscapes and vibrant wildlife. It is also one of the most ethnically diverse countries in East Africa, with interesting traditions and historical practices. So whether you are planning to visit Kenya for a wildlife safari or hoping to expand your business in this country, it's important to know what to expect in terms of culture and its people. With that being said, here are 6 interesting facts about Kenyan culture that might serve as a good introduction to you.
Another thing that I feel like people love when they come to Kenya is the many dining opportunities that you have here. You have 5-star luxury restaurants, dining restaurants. You have, if you want local food, you have a lot of local stalls that you may see on the street. You may see groups of people, huddled up and they eating together as a unit, as a family, and sharing stories and jokes and laughing. It's a vibe. It's that community aspect of what we are lacking as a community. I know certain families in pockets come together surrounding food in America, but here it's like breathing. It's an everyday occurrence.
Those unspoken rules in many Kenyan homes. Food in Kenya, as with many other parts of the world, is meant to bring people together. Anytime one has guests coming over or even a friend dropping by, they will almost always make an effort to get you something to eat. Even in the villages, whether you have planned to visit someone or are just passing through, you will most likely be greeted with food. As a result, refusing whatever is offered can be deemed as being extremely impolite. You'd rather request a very small portion than refuse entirely.
One thing about Kenyan people, they are very friendly. And any other body of people on the continent of Africa would have the same sentiment when it comes to Kenyan people, that they always make the comparison that Kenyans are way more friendlier than Tanzania. I'm not saying that, family. This is not from Samal. I'm just saying what my observation has been and what other local Kenyans have told me, and even Tanzanians themselves. Tanzania is a more gritty, especially in Dar es Salaam. It's a more gritty environment. Beautiful, don't get me wrong. Tanzania is extremely beautiful, and the people are beautiful. But there's a difference between a New York person versus a South Carolina person, if you know what I'm talking about. So Kenya, the friendliness, the hospitality that you receive here is what, when people come and they experience how people do things, that is one of the sellers for a lot of people, is that the hospitality.
Indirectly and respectfully. Unlike in the West, where most people communicate directly and openly, the majority of Kenyans prefer to use metaphors, analogies, and stories to either make a point or criticize someone. This form of communication can sometimes be a turnoff for some travelers, as you might be required to read between the lines in order to figure out what is being said. And oftentimes, you'll notice that some Kenyans may offer what they believe is the expected response rather than say something that may embarrass the other person. They prefer this way to avoid bringing shame to the other person. Additionally, most Kenyans use gestures when emphasizing something. Speaking loudly.
And I always share with the family, one of my teachers said, Samal, we need time to live. What he meant by that is that we don't live to punch a clock. We don't live to get up to try to make $1. Life is synonymous. Success is synonymous. True wealth is synonymous with family, good health. To enrich one's life in the meaningful things of life. Grounding, getting out here in the soil. Reading a good book. You understand, family? Getting into the elements. Breathing. Sunbathing. Jumping in the ocean. Reading a good book. Inspiring oneself to potentially write a book. Do some art. Have a great conversation. We can go on and on. So time, as it comes to how they do things in Kenya, is not the focal point. Living life is the focal point. Chano.
Do not keep time. As unbelievable as this sounds, the majority of Kenyans do not keep time when it comes to casual meetings. If you plan and agree to meet your local friend in town, for example, do not be surprised if they are late and ready with an excuse or none at all. They will just show up and expect you to proceed with whatever plans you had. In fact, most Kenyans exist in time rather than for time. Their lives aren't measured in seconds, minutes, or hours, and time isn't money. They see time as a contextual and flexible variable that individuals have the freedom to manage however they see fit. What matters is the significance of your presence and participation, not the time you arrive. But make no generalizations. Professional businesses do keep time, including your tour guide or safari driver, so do not be alarmed.
Definitely, as you move around, especially up in the rural areas, the village areas, you will find that there's a deep sense of respect for the elders and the ancestors, for those that came before you, those shoulders that we all stand on. There's a reverence, a high honor and respect. You all hear that wind? Yeah, it's a high respect for the elders that came before us, family, to lay the foundation for us even to come back to a continent that we can call home, that we understand that this is our birthright. You know, so can never forget the cloth that we are cut from, and we are commissioned to learn our heritage, to learn our traditions and our customs. For we've been in America for centuries, and it's sad to say that we have to unlearn and relearn some things, and it's okay. We're gonna do this together as a family. I always remember this is our digital village. This is a place where we can come, learn, share ideas, concepts, and grow as a family.
Their ancestors. Kenyans, like most Africans, place a high value on respecting and honoring their ancestors. However, this is not seen as the worship of ancestors, but rather a belief that when someone dies, their spirit lives on and must be recognized. Kenyans also hold the belief that ancestors are closer to God and they hold power that can affect our current events. Therefore, it is very common for most families to honor their ancestors by making offerings to them or naming their children after them. The act of showing respect for ancestors helps to maintain harmonious relationships within the family, extended family, clans, as well as tribes.
Last but least, family, you would see when you come to Kenya, our people, our brothers, our sisters working together. I'll tell you a short story. When we was going to Mombasa one day, the matatu, the short bus, broke down 3 times. And the very last time we broke down in front of a motorcycle shop, the brothers came out, went up under the hood. I don't know what they did, but once they came from up under that hood, the car or the truck was working, and we made our way to Mombasa. This is how we make it as a family. Each one teach one. We move as a village. You need something, I got you. Again, this is how the Chinese make it. This is how the Indians make it. This is how the Jews make it. The Jews got a thing, if you opened a restaurant and the food is trash, guess what? The Jews, they're gonna support you. They're gonna keep coming back until you get it right, because you getting it right, it's in my best interest. You know, it's my success when you win. So by me coming and helping you, supporting you until you get it right, that's how we move as a people. That's how we win as a people, family. You know, so when you come to Kenya, these are the things that you will see that I wanted to showcase and share with the family today. And I hope this inspires you to buy a plane ticket. And it don't have to be Kenya. You know, it could be any other of the 53 countries that is here on the continent for you. It is your birthright. As African people in America, as black people, we've been through so much as a family. We have the right to be able to choose whatever country we want to go and to experience, right? So me personally, I just chose Kenya because it reminds me of where I'm from, and that is the Virgin Islands. You understand? So feel free to drop me a comment, drop a question. All of my contacts is in the description. Also, we have an online store, artshopartisans.etsy.com. Go on there, show your brother some love, and we got some goodies coming your way. Y'all know, stay tuned, family. Until next time, take care of yourself. This is your brother Samal here signing off for another one. Peace out.
Community cooperation. Kenyans are more group-oriented than individualistic. In fact, this long-standing tradition is commonly referred to as Harambee in Swahili, which literally means pulling together. It is an allusion to teamwork and valuing the community before the individual. This principle has historically been practiced by every ethnic group with its roots in cooperative farming, as well as in the formation of political parties. Therefore, as you visit Kenya and immerse yourself in the local communities, you will definitely feel the spirit of group cooperation and mutual responsibility. You will even be offered assistance as a tourist.